You want to ask us questions? Is this your banter?
Forever.
Yes. This is your
Banter. I think they just want to hear you
Like a
banter.
therapist. Like a therapist.
Banter.
30
I think they want to banter.
Banter? I hardly know her.
But Dollywood, anyway. Comedy, that's what's known as a callback. Yes.
Honestly, though, it really is, as Mo said, an absolute pleasure. And frankly, it's a privilege for which we both worked very hard. We do a lot of these events, as you can imagine, and every single time, we not only are quite cognizant of how unbelievably fortunate we are to be in this position, especially seeing so many families who all, it's like their parents have said, all right, if you're gonna watch cartoons, you're watching Pinky and the Brain. See, right there, yeah. Yeah, and
It
that,
crosses generations. We see little children who their parents, their grandparents have reared them
Yeah.
on the DVD discs because their children, who are now the parents, the adults, watched it with them growing up in the 90s. So it really touches us so much to know that we've had some kind of positive effect and brought some laughter to families and also some bonding time, because the show, as Tom Ruger and Steven Spielberg originally envisioned it, there was a show that the children could enjoy and the parents would not be like fidgeting and wanting to get up and leave the kids in front of it, because there were some very hip in-jokes in the show. And the new show, the new version of that, followed that dictate as well, and with our new showrunner Wilson Wild. And it's just such an honor to have been involved in something that's so lasting. And when you folks come and tell us that and tell us that we made your childhoods better, I just want you to know you're making our late middle age better. To know that it gives us some meaning to our lives. To know we got some smiles. Oh, let's face it, friggin' old age, okay? You make me our old age.
it is, Mo and I talk about this all the time, and it's absolutely true. We go home from every one of these events, and this is no different, utterly exhausted from saying thank you.
So stop thanking us, okay? You're wearing a
But it's overwhelming, and never in a million years. When you first come to LA, and you go there with,
If you decide to come to LA, just try and find out where he lives.
you just, right now, there are a bunch of kids doing the same thing we did. Mo came from Toronto, I came from Michigan a million years ago, and you just think, oh my God, if I get an agent. And then you think, oh my God, if I get some auditions. And then I think, if I just book a job, then you book one. And in your wildest dreams, you can't imagine that when you're much closer to the end than the beginning, you have this opportunity to go around to Knoxville and other places and have a super...
Screw those other places. It's all about
It's all about
Knoxville.
Knoxville.
This is the best town we've ever been to.
Actually, I've been to what's called Narvsville.
A lot of signage needs to be changed, Pinky, but we shall get right on that. Our minions here are under my control, and they have paintbrushes as well.
Yes!
And
He's so happy. But honestly, this is not the acoustics are fine, we can hear you, you don't need a mic. Does anybody have a question? Yes, sir. God bless, I'm sorry, 65?
55.
I'm 67. Yeah. And our boss, Steven, is 77, so it's okay. Yeah.
Spielberg.
Hey, Dad, what are we going to do tonight, Ryan?
the same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over Knoxville.
And the beauty of that part of the show, whether you think that Brain's evil, or whether he's just megalomaniacal, or whether the subtext of it is that he wanted to take over the world because he thought he could rule it better than what's going on right now. But the through line of the show is that every show ended on that note. And I think the message we tried to give those watching is no matter what happens, don't give up. Brain's stick-to-itiveness, the idea that even as the plan lays in ruin, thanks to Pinky, never due to my own hubris, of course,
You just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. That's the idea of the show, is that you just never give up. Yes.
Okay, so there's a theory that the brain was actually the insane one the whole time because Pinky was kind of like the.
Oh, it's not a theory.
Yeah, I was
Jim.
going to say this. That's yeah.
But I just was wondering, like, what do you put into that as like yourselves, like putting in your own like kind of
Oh my
insane?
goodness.
Well, let's just put it this way. Pinky cannot build an infundibulator with parts found around the house. So you decide who's the genius. I may also be a little insane, because as a 2-inch tall lap mouse, what makes me think I can take over the world? But he's definitely not the genius. Unless you count the ability to levitate fruit with his mind. So it really fits both of them. One could be, whatever, it's your point of view. Either he's the genius and I'm insane. I'm certainly not an idiot. The character's not an idiot. He can do all this great scientific stuff. So there's genius to him, but there's also genius to him. And he's also kind
What's
of
his name
loopy,
again?
and I'm also kind of insane thinking I can take over the world.
His
So
name-
it's a one-size-fits-all diagnosis.
One talking.
Tell you what, though,
The one,
Or the
no,
one with the hat.
Pinky.
It's really
The one with the
interesting.
hand is Pinky.
Mo
What's his name?
was, in
I'm Mo, by the way.
It's Maurice.
Yeah.
Rob, I
Mo
think.
was in
What's his name?
circumstance
What's
years
people's
ago. I had the
name?
great privilege of having Mo in my life as a friend.
Rob
for,
Voss?
Oh my goodness, 35 years, I think. And when we were auditioning for
I think he was the voice of one of the
Animaniacs
new
/
Land Before Time movies.
Maurice,
He played one of the
you talk
dinosaurs'
about having
voices.
his input or his sensibilities as
How did you know that? You saw it?
impressionist actor. When Mo walked in,
He was the one with the
with his
wings.
take on the brain,
Oh, no.
they canceled the rest of the auditions,
Huh.
which is not only unusual, it's really unusual
I'm gonna
for a
ask
Steven
him.
Spielberg production. That's a clean sheet of paper, and they were
wanna
auditioning people
ask
in New
him.
York and Chicago and Hollywood. So to walk in and say, "Oh, here's what I'm going to do," and then he did what we all love.
Well,
That is a remarkable thing. So it was,
forgot
he
he played the
literally
voice of Pinky
imbued
in
that
that show.
character.
but that was pure, it was
I
pure
haven't seen
happenstance
it.
because when I saw the first, model sheet of the brain, I did not know they had based it on an anonymous writer, and formerly at Hanna-Barbera, there was a friend of Tom Ruger's named Tom Minton, who if you, Google Tom Minton, you'll see
The lawyer
that
mind is
face in human form. But I didn't know Tom Minton at the time.